Before we get started, the information in this video is for educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor, attorney, or tax professional. Nothing in this content constitutes financial, legal, or tax advice. Military retirement rules, TSP regulations, and tax laws change frequently. Always verify current information at official sources, including tsp.gov and militarypay.defense.mil, and consult a qualified professional before making any retirement or savings decisions. You're contributing to your TSP every month. Good. But are you contributing to the right bucket? Because traditional TSP and Roth TSP are taxed completely differently, and choosing the wrong one for your situation could cost you tens of thousands of dollars over your career. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how each option works, who benefits most from each, and the one situation unique to military members where Roth TSP is almost always the right call, no matter your rank or tax bracket. Let's start with the fundamental question: when do you pay taxes? With traditional TSP, your contributions come out of your paycheck before taxes. That lowers your taxable income right now, so you pay less to the IRS this year. But when you retire and start pulling that money out, every dollar you withdraw gets taxed as ordinary income. With Roth TSP, your contributions come out after taxes. You don't get a tax break today, but when you retire and withdraw that money, including all the growth, it comes out completely tax-free, as long as you meet the qualifying rules. One more thing to understand, and this trips people up. Your BRS, matching contributions from the Department of Defense, always go into your traditional TSP balance, even if every dollar you personally contribute is Roth. The government's money is pre-tax by default. You don't control that piece. What you control is where your own contributions go. For 2026, the TSP elective deferral limit is $24,500. That limit is shared between traditional and Roth. It's not $24,500 each. You can split it however you want, but the combined total cannot exceed $24,500. If you're between ages 60 and 63, you get an enhanced catch-up contribution, bringing your total to $35,750 for the year. The catch-up for most people 50 and older is $8,000, but the special 60 to 63 window under Secure 2.0 allows $11,250 in additional contributions. There's also an annual additions limit of $72,000. That's the absolute ceiling covering your contributions plus any government matching. This number becomes very important for deployed service members, and I'll come back to that. If you entered military service on or after January 1st, 2018, you're in the blended retirement system. That means you get government matching on your TSP contributions. Here's how it works. The Department of Defense automatically contributes 1% of your basic pay to your TSP from day one. You don't have to do anything to get that. After your second full year of service, DoD starts matching your voluntary contributions, dollar for dollar on the first 3% of your basic pay, then 50 cents on the dollar for the next 2%. Contribute at least 5% of your basic pay every month, and you capture the full 5% match. Here's the mistake that costs people money. If you front-load your TSP contributions early in the year and hit the $24,500 limit before December, your contributions stop. And so does your matching. The match is calculated per pay period. No contribution that month means no match. The fix is simple. Divide your annual target by your number of pay periods and contribute evenly throughout the year. If you're on the legacy High 3 system, you entered service before 2018 and didn't opt into BRS during the 2018 window, you have no government matching. The TSP is still one of the best retirement savings tools available, but the math on traditional versus Roth is slightly different without the match. Roth TSP tends to be the right choice in a few specific situations. First, if you're early in your career, junior enlisted members are typically in the lowest tax brackets of their lives. Paying taxes now at a low rate, then withdrawing tax-free in retirement when your income may be higher, is a favorable trade. The math works in your favor. Second, if you expect your tax rate to go up, whether that's through promotions, a second career after service, rental income, or a spouse's increasing income, if you think you'll owe more in taxes later, paying now makes sense. Third, and this is the one unique to military members, if you're deployed to a combat zone. This is one of the most powerful financial opportunities available to any military member, and most people don't fully use it. When you're deployed to a designated combat zone, your base pay is excluded from federal income tax. If you contribute that tax-exempt pay to Roth TSP, something remarkable happens. You're contributing money that was never taxed. That money grows inside the Roth account, and when you withdraw it in retirement, it comes out tax-free again. The IRS never touches it. That's the triple tax advantage. Tax-free in, tax-free growth, tax-free out. During a combat zone deployment, your contribution limit jumps to the annual additions limit, $72,000 in 2026, rather than the standard $24,500. That gap between $24,500 and $72,000 represents a massive window to supercharge your TSP with money the government will never tax. Traditional TSP contributions during a combat zone deployment waste this advantage. You'd be contributing money that was never taxed into a pre-tax account just to pay taxes on it when you withdraw it in retirement. Roth is almost always the right choice during deployment. Traditional TSP makes more sense in certain situations too. If you're a senior enlisted member or officer in a high tax bracket right now, the immediate tax deduction has real value. Reducing your taxable income today, potentially keeping you in a lower bracket, can be worth more than the future tax-free withdrawal. If you plan to retire and live in a no-income tax state, or if your retirement income will be significantly lower than your active duty income, paying taxes on withdrawals later may cost you less than paying at your current rate today. And if you're approaching the contribution limit and want to stretch your purchasing power, traditional contributions reduce your taxable income now, which effectively lets you contribute more after-tax dollars to other accounts or expenses. Many financial professionals recommend splitting contributions between both buckets, some traditional, some Roth, to create flexibility in retirement. You can draw from whichever account gives you the better tax outcome in any given year. One more thing worth knowing. Traditional TSP has required minimum distributions starting at age 73. Roth TSP also has required minimum distributions, unlike a civilian Roth IRA. If you want to avoid Roth TSP required minimum distributions in retirement, you can roll your Roth TSP balance into a Roth IRA after separating from service. Roth IRAs have no required minimum distributions, giving you more control over when and how you withdraw your money. The TSP is one of the best retirement savings tools available to anyone in uniform. Low fees, government matching under BRS, and tax advantages you won't find anywhere else. But the traditional versus Roth decision is not one size fits all. Your tax bracket, career stage, deployment schedule, and expected retirement income all factor in. If you found this video helpful, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you want to stay ahead on military retirement and benefits, join my newsletter using the link in the description below.